Alright, so today's video is going to be quite an important one actually, and I felt I really needed to make this video because an issue has arisen between myself and some other cloth pad sellers who I know that I realised I'm probably partially responsible for, and I should also probably make a video on this so that I can clear something up for you guys if you are wondering how this happened. So I run a cloth pad business. I sell cloth pads and menstrual cups and all sorts of stuff. You know them, just the Precious Stars ones I sell. Because of that, I also talk to a couple of other cloth pad sellers. We talk so that we can, share our ideas and stuff and help each other out, because it's quite a nice little community in some ways. But the one thing that's come up very recently is the number of people asking for free samples. Now, those of you who watch my videos will know that quite a lot of my reviews, in fact almost all of my reviews now that are on cloth pads and menstrual cups actually, are on samples that I was sent by the company. One thing I want to clear up really quickly right now is that most of the time the only companies I ask for free samples are menstrual cup companies. I very, very rarely ask cloth pad companies. There's a good reason for this, and I will get into that. But when I first started doing this channel, I was one of the very few people on YouTube who did this, and there weren't really any big YouTubers out there. I think the most subscribers one of them had was around 500, so at least there weren't any big YouTubers out there who did videos solely on reusable menstrual products. A couple of big YouTubers, like Lacey Green and stuff, would mention them from time to time, but they don't just focus on this one topic, whereas I decided I wanted to. And I bought my own products for a while. I bought my Moon Cup, I bought my Maluna Cup, I bought my Mammy Cup, I bought my small, both my small Malunas actually, small mini Malunas, and the Lady Cup I have was gifted to me. The other one, I've also bought my Natra Cup. Not everything I have has been sent for me for free, and that's because when you start out doing reviews, you cannot just straight out ask for free stuff. You have to have your channel ready, or your blog, or whatever it is you're planning to promote your products on, and you have to be able to provide that link in an email to the company when you ask them for free stuff. And I've noticed very recently that I've been getting a lot more free requests for free samples as well. Like I said, I have my own business, so I've also noticed this happening. And the reason is that I think I've kind of led on to people that you can get these free samples without really doing much. You just have to contact the company and they'll send you free stuff if you say you'll do reviews on it. That is not the case. Most of the videos I do now on cloth pad samples are from companies which have contacted me directly. I haven't contacted them, they've just come to me and said, hey, will you consider doing a review for us? And I'll be like, yeah, sure, you can send it to me. I don't cover the cost of shipping or anything, and I don't expect you to pay, but I will only do an honest review. So if I don't get on with it, I will state that, but I'm also very careful in saying that, a pad shape might not have worked for me, but it might work for other people. So I'm very cautious about that too. But one of the things that really kind of gets me when I pick up my emails and I see this stuff is the lack of, effort people seem to put into these emails. I'll get emails coming to me saying, hey, can you, I've seen you review pads, you sell pads, can you please send me a free one for a review that I can do? So yeah, thanks, bye. Really? When I started doing this, I would spend an hour, probably because I'm dyslexic, so that makes it harder, but I would literally spend an hour planning out my email, and I would say something along the lines of, okay, so if I was going to contact, for example, Jordan's Eco Alternatives now, she doesn't do free samples, by the way, I just want to state that right now, I have spoken to her about this. I'd say, hi Jordan's Eco Alternatives, my name is Bree, I run a YouTube channel called Precious Stars Pads, here's the link. When people don't provide you with a link, I just think that's ridiculous, you've got to get the link. And here's a link to my Facebook page and also my Instagram so you can see how many people follow me. I've been getting a lot of requests, particularly on this video, link the video, asking me to do a review on your pads. I'm very interested, and I know, being a cloth pad seller myself, that sending out free pads can be really expensive for small businesses. So I was wondering if perhaps you would consider sending me a free sample if I bought one pad and paid for the shipping. Please let me know if this is something you would consider. Of course, I understand if you wouldn't. Kind regards, Bree. That didn't take me too long to do, that particular review, but sometimes I put more stuff into it than that. But just structuring an email well and also providing the links, to me that's really important, and I don't get nearly as annoyed when people do that. Especially if they've already got a channel, they've already built it up quite a lot. I mean, I'll still say no now just because I get so many requests. I feel it would be unfair to say yes to some people and no to others, and there is no way I could possibly run a business and send free pads out to everyone who asks me, so I just don't send them out. Full stop. But if you don't put a link to your videos, I feel like that's saying, a link to your blog or whatever, I feel a bit like that's you walking into a typical shop in your high street, finding, I don't know, a hat or something there, picking it up and going up to the sales assistant and saying, hey, you know, I do reviews on hats and stuff, so here's your hat, can I take this and do a review on it? You know, just, I'll bring it back if you want me to, but yeah, thanks, can I go now and take it? That'd be great. Like, you don't even give them a business card, you don't tell them where you're going to do the review, you don't give them any information at all. Do you really think they're going to let you walk out with this hat without paying? That's the equivalent of what happens when you send an email. Don't give any links or any kind of, you know, setup to it. And here's the thing, you do have to pay for the products to begin with, even if it's just a few. I mean, I can think of about 10 videos you could do with just 2 menstrual cups. And you know, there are some cheaper ones out there like the Malunas. The Fleur Cup's another cheapish one, so you can start off with the cheaper brands, and there are several reviews you can do with them. You can compare the cups together, do a review on this cup, do a review on that cup, do a folding, how to fold cups review. You know, you can slowly build up your subscribers just by doing that and setting up good video quality, obviously, and all that kind of stuff. But when people just ask for free pads straight out, I feel like that's a bit offensive, actually. So I do get free samples now, and as I said before, I very, very rarely, I can't remember the last time I actually asked a cloth pad seller to send me free stuff, but often they come to me now, and that's how I do reviews. The only ones I'll ask are the menstrual cup companies, because usually they're a little bit more developed, and sending out a free cup for them is not that much. But you know, the cloth pad businesses are usually run by small work-at-home mums or work-at-home makers, and they really could do with the financial support. So I'm always really keen to support them, especially if you guys often send me lots of requests for a particular brand. As I said before, I will always offer to cover the cost of that. Originally when I started up, I didn't do that, but there weren't nearly as many people asking for cloth pads back then, and I think that's partly why I felt guilty about it, because doing these videos I've kind of encouraged, I think, that the whole we give out free samples to anyone who asks. We don't, you know, it does take its toll on us as businesses, so just bear that in mind next time you think of asking someone for free stuff. And I know a lot of other YouTubers actually who start making their own brands after having their own channel, setting their own channels up, and they come to me and say, yeah, this is really annoying when people do this. And you know, it is a bit tough, because if you haven't got a lot of money, it can be very, very difficult to start up. But the thing is, yeah, it is tough, you know, you can't just start it up without anything, without having a channel, without having any subscribers or any followers or whatever. You do have to set that up first before you can consider asking for free stuff. So I hope I cleared that up for you guys, and this didn't seem too harsh, but I felt like I really needed to make this video. So thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe. Remember, you can get your cloth pads from Precious Stars. I mentioned it several times in this video, and thanks for watching. Goodbye.